To say, I had to put a lot of time in with this horse, a lot of time. He had so much pain, physical pain from ill-fitting tack, and you could see scarring from how things he had been ridden in the past and all kinds of things that I won't even get into. So there was the mental rehabilitation, there was the physical rehabilitation, there was the helping him work through his trauma responses that were severe and over the top and dangerous. He had no social skills to function in a herd and was a horse that was overly aggressive and overly dramatic about things because of his own securities. There were just so many things that went on. And the whole time I was very open and very direct in saying, this is not the horse for you. Now you can continue investing in him, but for your goals and your abilities, this is not the horse for you. Again, the person wanted to invest more time in hopes of giving the horse a better life. If you fast forward, after he'd spent some time with me, he looked a lot better. He could stand quiet. He could be caught without offering to be caught without biting. He could be led in a reasonable way without trying to run over the human. He could be ridden in a side pull on a long rein. There were many successes. He could trail a load just walking into the trailer. But the reality is, just because I was able to get changes with the horse did not then make him suitable for anyone. It was a very specific person with a very specific skill set that would have to be constantly mentally present and aware and available to hear his communication to help this horse maintain this newfound reasonable behavior and mental availability towards the human. Well, as we said, this was not the horse for this particular person's ability, skill set, or goals in what she wanted out of the horse experience. I understand that. I understand that every horse is not a good match, and I'm all for finding the right horse with the right owner. What I am not for is hearing a year later, after he was returned home, that he was now being sold as a child-safe, beginner-safe trail horse that has no kick, no bite, no bolt, and has been owned for years. Probably has a pretty low price attached to him, so it's the person who's uneducated, inexperienced, trusting the ad, not knowing what they don't know, so unaware of how many things are being masked, that this horse is being sold as, and what happens when that horse, who maybe he's under someone, a friend is helping, I guess, this person sell the horse, maybe they're making it look like it work, or I don't know what the scenario is, but whatever it is, all I can imagine is when this horse gets home, what is going to erupt, what is going to explode, because he had so many years, more than a decade of trauma, of multiple trainers, multiple owners sent all over the country, like a really, really long history of bad experiences with people, to the point to where whatever has happened, including winter when he sat for 6 months in the last year, this is not suddenly a child-safe horse. It doesn't work like that. And so it's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when all of these past things get triggered and they start coming out to the unsuspecting if a child winds up buying him. And then what happens? Now we have the horse that has more traumatic experience, a human that winds up in a traumatic, fearful, perhaps dangerous situation, or multiple scenarios where they get hurt that were totally unnecessary. And what happens with the cycle? He must be a bad horse. Let's send him somewhere else. And how are they going to portray him? And here's the catch with this horse. I've seen 4 different advertisements of him in the last 4 years, all of which said he was a beginner-safe, child-safe horse. Now, why would every single person who said that and was searching for that when they, in their own search, were buying a horse, would now be selling him, saying the same exact thing? What's going on? What's happening? And this is the thing of like, how do you fix it? How do you stop it? Again, I'm not critiquing for someone for saying, I bought a horse that is not suitable for me. I understand that. What I am critiquing is the illusion of handing off basically the train wreck, the dangerous ticking bomb horse, to an unsuspecting person that winds up not only potentially, the amount of investment time-wise, energy, money-wise, never mind the mental stress of what do you do when you're stuck in a situation, but the danger, the literal danger of what happens. And unfortunately, we see all these social media videos of all these beautiful, wonderful, romanticized moments with the horse. And what I'd really like to show is how many people are getting hurt all the time that totally could have been prevented had these horses been educated from the start, had these horses not been passed off in ways that were deceitful or creating illusions to where basically one person's mess, they're handing it off to become someone else's. When does it stop? When does someone take responsibility and say, This horse is not suitable for me, and here is why. Here's the reality. I don't understand why he's doing what he's doing, but these are the behaviors I see, and someone with a skill set to be able to deal with those in a safe manner is going to be the suitable person to buy him.